Okay, so you can probably see what's going to happen. I'm going to keep darkening all these levels, and yet I want to just show you it's the same thing. We'll look at this, the same, all these little spaces the same way in principle as you would an eye. An iris going up or under an eyelid. The eyelid and the eyelashes are hanging out over the eye, even though often they aren't as dark as some parts of the iris. The outer edge is dark to an iris. The pupil is dark. But I want to be able to pay attention and say, okay, light is working like this. I'm going to shade it down. I'm going to shade it down. Come up with my clean edge. I'm going to shade it down, taking away the line. Oh, yeah, I had it out of the camera, huh? I'm going to go up here with my clean edge, shade it down. Clean edge, shade it down. It's wonderful. We can do a lot of this stuff freehand too, because we don't have to worry, about it being completely ruled. But I want you to try to get this straight, but it might be better to see what you can do without your straight edge. Okay, so now the other part that's shaded happens to be on the left side, it looks like to me. That's the major one, so I'm going to come over here. I'm going to work this way. So the top edge to these spaces becomes a buffer zone, so that now I don't have to worry about going into my board. I can pull out of that gradation I pulled down from the top and fade it away. Because I think it's going to be really good, even if it's just suggested, because this is standing out in the sunlight or whatever it is. And it's really good to be able to establish our light directions. So now that I have those, obviously this board is in front of these, so I can come across here a little bit, going across the whole thing, and it ends up by just increasing all the values. So it would be a little bit darker probably here. We have two shadows converging here, and so it might be a little more up in the corner, just even if it's just a starting point. So you can kind of see, okay, shaded on this side of the stud and from underneath these outer boards. Okay, now if you see other boards in here, naturally you could make those a little more evident when you're before you do that, but I'm just trying to show you how my values would go. When I have all of these, let's just pretend they're textures. When I have these things developed, I want to make sure there's continuity because the boards are going all the way through. So it's not like I just put a bunch of lines in here. I want to have a believable continuation of the board. May not have as many as what you see in the drawing. That's fine. But it'd be better to have the same number and again the same level and a continuity between the boards here and the boards on the other section that they're missing on. Okay, so then when I go over with my values, they will all, fade away. I mean, be covered in a consistent way. And then, just again in principle, what you want to make sure is you don't. If you have these lines, you can see how they start getting kind of nebulous as they get over in here. And we want to make sure that everything increases in value as it goes to where there's less light. Hi, I hope you enjoyed this video, this excerpt. And if you did, please take the opportunity to subscribe. Then that way you'll know when there's new ones. And I always hope that they're going to be useful for you and give you some good information. And if you want to share it with your friends, I'd appreciate that too. And we'll look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks.